Alright, so this is another video where I'm just going on a whim. I'm not doing my usual thing where I've got my notepad that tells me everything I need to know. I just want to quickly talk about this because I'm not gonna lie, this has really been peeving me, unironically. And I want to quickly talk about it because the fact that people are still confused to this day is very annoying because let's just talk about it. Let's just get straight into it. So, with my recent Damnation post, I had talked about how, I was kind of upset that Forsaken's change with the roster mainly now being, exploiters and myths, stuff like that. It has resulted in the community kind of bashing actual Roblox horror characters when they're considered for coming to the game. I've seen so many people in the past that are just disrespecting KOOL KILLER for literally no reason, and then all of a sudden when they don't know if he's actually coming to the game or not, they're making a scene and they're sad. I've never seen such a switch up. It goes from just being rude to the character for no absolute reason to all of a sudden being upset if he's not actually getting added. And most of the people that are slandering KOOL KILLER probably don't even know what the fuck he's from. They probably don't even know what game he's from, let alone his, actual origin. So I don't even know why people would be shitting on a character they don't even recognize. It's just hating to hate, pretty much. And the main thing that I've seen come from my post when it comes to killer discussion is people are getting confused on whether some of the quote-unquote upcoming killers are still coming to the game or not. And I want to talk about that because I think the fact that people have not gotten definitive answers on whether some of these killers are still coming to the game or not is very annoying because, as you know, 3 months ago the game went under an ownership change, and an ownership change implies new decisions. New decisions will be made, which means some of the killers that were originally planned to come to the game by the previous owners may not still come to the game with the new owners. And I really think that people should be getting those answers so they can, know whether a killer is coming to the game or not. So, let's talk about the killers I'm referring to. I'm talking about characters like King, Jeff the Killer, Slenderman, Zombie King, KOOL KILLER, the Masked, the Decayed, Figure, and the Stalker. So, those are the main guys that I've seen get questioned and talked about in terms of whether they're coming or not. And honestly, I think that just all the killers on this roster in general should be talked about. These guys, and I know that somebody's already going to say, right as you heard me list off these characters, you're going to pause the video and go in the comments and be like, this guy's actually confirmed to come to the game, so I don't even know why you included them in the list. I'm listing all the killers that are on Forsaken Wiki. And the reason I'm listing those is because some of them probably never even got word that they'd be scrapped. But here's what I would do. I would put a list of all these killers down, and I would put an answer to whether they're still coming to the game or not. There was no reason to hide the answer of whether these guys are scrapped or not, because you're just irritating the community. People already know of these characters, and they've been in the game as dev exclusives already. Most of them have, at least, as well as the RBXL has gotten leaked and people have seen these characters in person. There's quite literally no reason to hide the answer as to whether they're still coming to the game or not. So, what the easiest thing to do would be make an announcement that lists off all these killers and say whether they're still coming to the game or not. Because some of the characters I talk about, which is normally the ones that have been around since the Damnation era, I won't know whether they're scrapped or not. There will be people who tell me they're scrapped. There will be people who tell me they're not scrapped. I will hear it left and right. And I don't know what to believe. I don't know what's true. I genuinely don't know what's true. And I'm not getting any good input. There should be an announcement that just states whether these killers are still coming to the game or not. There is no reason to hide the answer. People already know of the killer's existence. They already know of their appearance. So the element of surprise regarding this killer's arrival is already gone. it's just a yes or no question and they're wanting the answer to it. It's not a surprise anymore. It's just a yes or no question. Just answer the question. Because I don't like accidentally saying something that might be incorrect. I don't like accidentally saying, like, KOOL KILLER scrapped, or song.exe scrapped, or this and that. I'm just using examples here. Like, I don't like accidentally saying something that might be incorrect. But I don't know, because there's no answer. There's no proper answer if the killers that I just listed are still coming to the game or not. They want to know. Because again, the ownership has changed, which implies new decisions are going to be made for the game. And they just want to know if those new decisions include this killer still being in the picture or not. They don't know. They seriously don't know. They just want an answer. There's no reason to be ambiguous or just like ignore it. It's just so much easier to answer the question because there's not a surprise anymore. They already know what the killer looks like. There might be adjustments to the killer's design, sure, but I mean, they still know what the killer's like base appearance is going to be. They already know the killer's name. So, you know, you're not hiding much. They just want to know if the guy's still coming to the game or not, and then they can go about their day and be happy. They're more unhappy not knowing whether the killer's coming to the game or not. And I'm one of those people who's unhappy because I don't like accidentally saying something that's not true. I don't like, again, I already said this, I don't like accidentally saying a killer is scrapped and then finding out later on that they're not scrapped. Like, I'm not trying to spread misinformation or lie. It's just I genuinely don't know because an answer hasn't been given. So I'm going off of what I know and, like, basically assumptions. Because, again, most of the killers that I had wanted in Damnation just receive so much fucking hate now. So I didn't even think they would make it to, you know, present day Forsaken. So I don't know. I'm just, like, really tired of this stuff surrounding that post where people are unsure whether a killer's still coming to the game or not. Legit, like, I hope an announcement is just made that just lists whether these killers are still coming to the game or not. It's just so much easier to do that because, as I've said, like, the third time now, there's no surprise. You're not hiding anything. Like, there's no surprise. The guys know that the killer exists. So it's not like a surprise killer that you can slide in and everybody freaks out on Twitter about it. It's just the killer's coming to the game or they're not. So I genuinely hope, that an announcement can just be made that lists all the killers on the Forsaken Wiki, because those are all the ones that are under speculation, and says whether they're going to come to the game or not. I know that there will probably obviously be people who are upset if a killer they wanted in the game isn't coming to the game anymore, but frankly, I would rather you give it to me straight instead of me trying to do some investigation on whether the killer would come to the game or not. And, like, list the reasons why they would come to the game or list the reasons why they wouldn't. Just give an answer, please. Like, I just don't get it. It's just so annoying, man. I don't like when posts I make regarding Damnation spark up so much controversy, because, like, that's genuinely not what the posts are for. I just like talking about the old stages of the game because, again, it hasn't even been a year yet so much has changed, and I just like showing the old stuff. So for people to do this comparison bullshit and, you know, just like start arguments over it, it's just annoying. Like, just stop doing that. I don't want to hear for the 5th time that you think Forsaken has lost all its passion. I don't want to hear that you think Damnation was better. I don't care what you think. I don't need you going around on Twitter saying that you think Damnation is so great and Forsaken is dog shit. The points of these posts are not to turn people away from Forsaken and make them shit on it or say Forsaken lost its passion. That's not what this is. I just wanted to show old stuff from the early stages of the game because I was asked to recently find that stuff. And upon finding all that stuff, I was like, you know what? It'd be kind of cool to, you know, let people see this, because these are old assets that aren't really going anywhere anymore, or some of them are already in game, so people have already seen them, and it would be cool to kind of just, like, show their evolution. Like, Cool Kid's old execution. Like, the evolution of that. Like, nobody knew that that's what his execution originally was going to be. So it's cool showing that stuff. I just like showing the history of this game and nothing more. And for people to just start so much controversy over it is so annoying. Stop doing that. If you think Damnation is better, good for you. I don't care. Stop going on Twitter and like shitting on Forsaken and then just like praising Damnation. If you like Damnation, I'm really glad you do. I'm glad you like it. I do. But I don't like when you're shitting on the current stage of the game. It's fine to like it, but you don't have to do a comparison or, you know, shit on the current stage of Forsaken. It's just not cool.